Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609 out for a drive this morning on my way to Fredericksburg to go to the H-E-B grocery store there. Why? Because it's just as close as going to the one in Marble Falls, almost. And it's a great big old good one, good grocery store. So that's the end of that. Now what I want to tell you is, what have I learned about Class C since I'm into this thing up to my ears? What have I learned? Well, they come with a generator. This one comes, the one I ordered comes with a 4,000 watt generator, I guess, and it's a Cummins Onan quiet generator, supposedly. I listened to it on some YouTube videos, and yeah, it seems to be pretty quiet. It's about 62 at 20 feet, it's about 62 decibels, whatever that is, which is the same as Honda 2000 or 3000i. But anyway, you can run everything with the generator. No kidding. I got to straighten this just a wee bit. Probably made it worse, but be that as it. I'm trying to get it to tilt down a little bit. It looks like I'm pointing at the sky. More whiskey. Anyway, I always like to have it aiming off to the right a little bit so you can see the scenery, so to speak. But anyway, it's a cloudy morning, so the video will probably be a little dark. Not too bad. You'll see it better than I see it right now. But anyway, yeah, so the Class C comes with a generator, run everything with the generator. You can actually run the generator while you drive down the highway, and people that have motorhomes with kids and stuff that are using electrical stuff, yeah, they run their generator while they're driving down the highway. How much fuel does a generator use? Well, in dollars and cents, if you're running it at half load, about $1 an hour, okay? About $1 an hour. So you can use that as a guide. If gasoline, say $2 and something a gallon, about $1 an hour. And so, boondocking, yeah, very, very strong possibility to go out somewhere and just, you know, if it's a little warm, just hit the generator and turn on the AC and whatever, you know, enjoy your life. But hopefully I won't have to do that, but we'll see how it all goes. And then, so we got the generator. That's one thing I've learned about. You got to keep oil, you got to keep it full of oil, and, you know, every now and then you got to change the oil and so forth. So yeah, it's just a little motor. That's all it is. So you got to maintain it. And so that's an additional thing from the travel trailer that I don't have. And what else does it come with? Well, of course, it's got TVs, but of course I can just use that as like a big screen smartphone, and that's all I'll do is watch some YouTube stuff probably. And what else? Well, you drive it down the highway, and it's wide. It's about 8 feet wide, and my truck is about 6 foot something wide. It's about 2 feet wider than my truck. And yeah, well, you can see the cab on Class C's, and then you see how the RV kind of sticks out on both sides, or the body or chassis or whatever it's called. And yeah, it's about a foot on each side, but that's okay. Can't complain about that. And as far as the length, about 20 from the front bumper to the tip of the back bumper, 24 feet. And my truck is about 18 feet 6 inches, I think, somewhere in that range. So it's about 6 feet longer than my pickup. And a little longer than my Casita and wider than the Casita too, which is okay with me. It's just something you got to get used to. But you know, people talk about using a towed and having to have a towed vehicle. But you know, I've watched several videos of people that don't have tows. Of course, you know, everybody does their own thing, and people are living different types of lives and all that stuff. But yeah, so it is possible. Nomadic Fanatic doesn't have a tow vehicle. He's got a motorcycle, and gets around quite well, actually. I mean, and he's got a big motorhome, a big old good one. And yeah, so yeah, that's it's working out fine. We'll see how it could just be a new adventure, basically, something to do. And then if that, you know, after a couple of years, if I get bored with that, you know, by then they'll probably have all electric cars that have pop-ups and pop-outs that come in, turn into RVs. You know, Tesla will make something. Which reminds me, I noticed the Tesla stock is tanking after their stock split. So why? I can't imagine. I don't know why. But I can't believe it's as high as it is anyway. I mean, it just is. Hang on the road here, Rusty. But yeah, just cruising to Fredericksburg, nice little town. I've done videos of Fredericksburg, Texas. If you want to see Fredericksburg, Texas, just go to the search field of my videos and type in the word Fredericksburg, and up will pop some videos about the cute little German community right here in Central Texas, USA. And here comes some mist from my windshield, which I will immediately wipe off so you guys can see what there is of a view. And on we go. Yeah, Class C. Yeah, driving. I imagine myself as I'm driving now, if I was driving a Class C, what would be the difference? Not much. Of course, there'd be more noise. There'll be rattling and stuff going on in the back, dishes and stuff, or whatever you've got, because you got everything you own, or I will have everything I own in the Class C RV, because my plan is to eventually get rid of the pickup with the camper top and the casita. You bet. And just have one thing to insure and maintain. Oh, I also learned about the tires. They're pretty expensive if you get the good ones. Now, you can get cheap ones for $100 a piece, but the good ones are $200 a piece and up, and you've got 6 of them instead of 4. Yeah, this one has dual rear wheels, and I'm glad. And it also has the extended valve stem, so you can check the air on the inside tire. And, that's something I'll have to learn about. And, yeah, you keep the tires properly inflated, drive 55 to 60, and that's your way to get fairly good gas mileage. And of course, I won't be towing anything, which will help. I've mentioned that many times. And I won't have it loaded down with a lot of stuff on the inside. And nor will I carry. What I plan to do is, it holds like, 50 gallons of fuel. Well, 50 gallons of gasoline, I think, weighs about 350 pounds. That's a lot. So, why not just put half of that in there and save about 150 pounds or so. It'd be like taking a human being out of the vehicle. So I'll just do that. I'll just keep it around a half a tank, unless I'm going to go a long distance where there's no fuel stations around. But yeah, I don't mind pulling in to get gas. Not in a 24-foot RV. If it was a 40-footer, you got to be aware of that. Yeah, but it's got a backup camera, and which is great. You can see what's going on behind you all the time as you're driving. And it's also got it's got cameras in each side mirror, so you can see what's going on down the side, on the right and left sides as you're driving down the highway, particularly if you're on a interstate or going through a city where there's 4 lanes or whatever. Yeah, it's good to know that, because that way you can see when you can pull over or move over to another lane. And boy, nothing is more frustrating to me now than to be going through an unknown city with 4 lanes on each side, and the lane I need to be in is on the far right. They give you about 20 feet notice, or the lane you're in says lane ends. Yeah, and it's bumper to bumper. I got into that in Atlanta, Georgia. I think it's 6 lanes on each side going around the loop. And jeez, boy, it's crowded. No, I didn't like that a bit. Yeah, it's we had a little rain today because we had a little cool front pushing through. And yeah, I like it. Temperature right now is 75, and for this time of the year in Texas, guys, that is wonderful, because September can be a very hot month. But anyway, back to the Class C. As far for it, there'll be a learning curve on driving it, and getting all my stuff organized, and I want to get it situated so that I can use it like a car, or like a vehicle to go places occasionally, and I want to have all my stuff put away in plastic containers or something, so that if I decide to go somewhere, then I can just start up and go. Well, of course, I got to unhook the electric and the sewer, but that doesn't take 5 seconds. It takes about a minute. The garden hose and the sewer and the electric, just poop, and you're done. Yeah, and you can just leave the garden hose there and then come back and hook it back up. No big deal. Well, anyway, it's going to start raining on me, so I'm going to end the video. Just wanted to give you a little heads up on what I've learned about the Class C. I'm learning more every day. But anyway, guys, from on the road to Fredericksburg, this is Highway 16 going what? East, maybe? Or no, south, I guess. South. I think this road runs north and south. Anyway, guys, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Keep your health. Use the Amazon link or the PayPal link if you want to. Don't worry about it. And, Make your life an adventure, guys. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye.